and the hypocrites, which are you?
No matter how tough the challenge, how high the obstacles, we always overcome.
What Nigerians need now is not about the taunting. Who can come and salvage us from where we are?
It's a beautiful day once again, and good to have you on Atlantic Television Network Open Conversation, which is a network flagship political platform through which trending political news, events, and stories are discussed with stakeholders. Now, through this conversation, ATN uses political talks about specific issues, party system, and actors to explore hope and engender positive impact to the society. Today, on Open Conversation, our first point of call will be taken off from Edo State, where the Deputy Governor, Governor Obaseke's forgiveness pledges loyalty. Still in Edo State,
lawmakers ask Aida to work to defend himself from misconduct allegations.
We'll go back to Enugu State, where the tribunal dismisses PRP certificate forgery allegation against Governor Mba.
And on politics, our Papa faction says Obi won't get LP ticket 2027.
In FCTA, Wike revokes lands belonging to notable politicians.
Tribunal verdict on NNPP chieftain blames Kwankwaso for Kano governor loss.
Our guest on the show today is Barrister Asim Adams. He is a constitution man, if you know what I mean. He's talking to us today as a socio-political analyst. Right after the break.
Representing people. Mr. President, my people are under siege.
I will place economic stability and confidence.
To condemn this act and call for the immediate release of this minister in the Temple of God.
Because access to our money will put in the bank.
I've always said there are two sets of people on earth, the oppressors and the oppressed. And in between are the cowards and the hypocrites, which are you?
No matter how tough the challenge, how high the obstacles, we always overcome.
What Nigerians need now is not about the taunting. Who can come and salvage us from where we are? People. Mr. President, my people are under siege.
I will place economic stability and confidence.
To condemn this act and call for the immediate release of this minister in the Temple of God.
Because access to our money will put in the bank.
I've always said there are two sets of people on earth, the oppressors and the oppressed. And in between are the cowards and the hypocrites, which are you?
No matter how tough the challenge, how high the obstacles, we always overcome.
What Nigerians need now is not about the taunting. Who can come and salvage us from where we are? Representing people. Mr. President, my people are under siege.
I will place economic stability and confidence.
To condemn this act and call for the immediate release of this minister in the Temple of God.
Because access to our money will put in the bank.
I've always said there are two sets of people on earth, the oppressors and the oppressed. And in between are the cowards and the hypocrites, which are you?
No matter how tough the challenge, how high the obstacles, we always overcome.
What Nigerians need now is not about the taunting. Who can come and salvage us from where we are?
And welcome back to ATN Open Conversation. And it's time for us to have all of the political conversation that is seemed to be open. I'd like to welcome Barrister Asim Adams to ATN Open Conversation. Good to have you here today, sir.
Yeah, good morning to you, Vivian. Good morning to Nigerians.
And now let's get on with the issues. We're starting off from Edo State, and it's good because you're from Edo State.
Yes, that's my state.
Right now, the State Deputy Governor Philip Shaibu have apologized to his boss, Governor Godwin Obaseki, on Thursday, and further begged for his forgiveness over what looks like a disloyal move by the Deputy Governor. The apology came after his investiture by Catholic Men Organization in Nigeria. The Deputy Governor, who spoke to journalists after the Justice of Peace investiture, used the opportunity to ask Governor Obaseki to forgive him and forget. Shaibu also announced that he had relocated to his new office in accordance with the governor's directive. He added that there was still some work to be done in his new office located at number 7 Osadebe Avenue. However, he said it's not a problem. He said the governor has asked us to go there. Like I've always tried to prove, I am a loyal servant and nothing has changed. I took a personal vow to support my governor, and you can see my Catholic people are here. When I took a vow with God, nothing can change it, and I wish that the relationship that we had will come back in the next few days and weeks. I am missing my governor, and by the grace of God, he will touch the governor's heart and touch all of us, and even those that are between us. I mean well. If there is any mistake I have made as human, it is not out of wickedness, because I know I'm not wicked. I have a very clean heart. Okay. So finally, he's moved to the governor to the number 7 Osadebe Street in GRA, Benin City. And now we also noticed that he didn't just move. He has apologized and hoping that God touches the governor's heart to forgive. I'd like you to quickly react to that.
Well, it's good. It's all right. These are politicians. And I've been following the events right from when it broke. Coincidentally, that's my state. And I found out that, you know, there's one thing I found out with Philip Shaibu, is this. He has rendered his apologies, you know, from the pulpit. You know, that is where he meets with the ecclesiasticals, and that is the only, you know, avenue he feels he can address or maybe render or tender an apology to his boss. The question I was asking is this: before you went to this fight, you should have been aware, or you should have gone to read the book, you know, written by, you know, this man, the APC chairman, ex-governor of Kano State, you know, Abdullahi Ganduje. He titled that book, you know, Deputy Governorship, you know, stroke governance. See, most deputy governors must go and read that book, as I want to point out to them now. Ganduje was a deputy governor, so he is talking from experience. And in some of the chapters, or I think he dedicated about 2 chapters to the role and functions of the deputy governor by virtue of section 193, sub 1. You find that particular section 193, sub 1, you know, treats the office functions of the deputy governor as that of a lesser human being. Whereas in the Constitution, the governor cannot be a governor if you do not nominate a deputy, you know, to deputize. The governor also pre-election treats the deputy governor like equals. But after election, they dump the deputy governor. If you look at what happened, I keep asking, I want to tell deputy governors today, or the governors today, look at what happened. In the Bayelsa case, David Lion was, you know, removed a day to swearing in because the deputy governor, you know, had some issues with his certificates. So, pre-election, the office of the deputy governor is so attractive, you know, and important to the governor.